just remember throwing hands. I don't know. I just remember throwing hands. That time, I never fights that I had throughout my lifetime in schools. Okay, so when I was living in Jamaica, right? I used to go to this. My first fight happened in when I was living in Jamaica in Montego Bay, right? There's a parish in Jamaica called St. James, the capital, Montego Bay. Anyways, when I was living there, I got into a fight with this girl, right? So that was, I'm recalling my fights, right? So I'm gonna speak on the first fight that I had. Okay, so I was friends with this girl, right? And we used to go to this school. I don't know if anybody is watching this right now and they used to go to that school and they were in the same grade with me and they know me, they can probably recall this fight that I had. So when I was living in Montego Bay, right, I used to go to this school called John Saul All Age School, right? And I used to have this friend. I think we were friends since the first grade, right? I used to have this friend, right? And I used to think that girl was my best friend, right? And I don't know, we used to get along so good, so good, until I don't remember if it's the third or the fourth grade, right? And I don't remember what even happened. I can't even recall what really happened between us, why she wanted to fight me. But this girl wanted to fight me. I don't even remember the reason, because remember, me and this girl, we used to hang out a lot. We used to go to lunch together and sit together and eat our lunch. And I think the both of us used to par. We call it par in Jamaica, because I think in America they call it hang together. In Jamaica they call it par. So we used to par together because we kind of like have the same personality, you know. We're not too outgoing, but we will talk. And we just used to hang together. And as I said, I don't really recall. I can't recall why she wanted to fight me, but one day the girl wanted to fight me. We had a falling out and the girl wanted to fight me. And so I don't want to call no name, but this girl, right, she used to live right in front of my house, right? And her father owned a shop. If any of these people watch this video, I'm sorry, I'm not calling no names, but she used to live right in front of, right? She also was my friend too. Very close friend to the point that I remember she used to sleep over my house. We used to hang out together, we used to eat together. She used to buy us food sometimes. Ooh, yeah, her niece, right? Her niece know me. One little short girl. I just remember her being light skin, short, and she had nice curly hair like mine. And her eyes, they were dark or brown. They were like a light, I don't know, I don't remember. But she put stones in her hand, and she was like, because we were at lunch, right? So she put stones in her hand. If you are from Jamaica, you will know, when you and somebody having a fight or something, you always have a setan that put stone in their hands and be like, who, something like who a bad girl lick out this or whatever, and then the baddest person who will want to fight, they would have just come and just bounce out the stone out of your hand, out of the person's hand who is trying to set on that fight. And she did that. My friend, right, my friend that lived across the street from me, her niece was a set on in that fight, right? The girl takes stones and she put it in her hand, and she was like, who a bad girl, who, something like, I don't remember how it go, but like something like, who is a bad girl, lick this out of your hand. And she and I think the first one I lick it out her hand, and then the second one, the girl that my so-called best friend at the time, she licked the stone out of the girl hand. And then the girl was like, and then there was like, ooh, when I hit the stone, when I licked the stone out of her hands, she was like, ooh, Manda, you a bad girl. Cause you know, everybody who knows me, they call me Manda. She was like, ooh, Manda, you a bad girl. Anyways, I don't know what happened after that, but I know that me and the girl, we started fighting, and we just started fighting. And I think we had a guidance counselor that we had at the school. Her car was parked very close to us at that time that we were fighting, and I just remember throwing hands. I don't know, I just remember throwing hands. That time I've never fight a day in my life. I don't know nothing about fighting. I'm one of them quiet girl, just regular schmegler, quiet type girl, boy. So it's like I didn't know nothing about fighting. I was just throwing my hands. If it hit, it hit. If it don't hit, it don't hit, bro. So yeah, I remember we were fighting on the car, like I don't remember which one of us was leaning on the car, but one of us was leaning on the car, throwing hands. And I remember she had in some small plaits with some beads, like green, and because our uniform used to be green and white, and she had in some small pots with some green and white beads. And I remember just holding on to her hair and pull out the beads. And then, you know, that girl, I don't know, I feel like she been in some. I was trying to say that I don't think that she loses fights because she seems like a fighter. Hey, so the girl edit it out. Anyway, so we started fighting. I pull out the girl braids, and then everybody was like, oh, Amanda, you win that. You know, when you're fighting, when you and a girl fighting, and if she having fighting, right, and then say the girl having like beads or probably braids or weave, if you end up taking out them braids and weave or and them beads, people are gonna say that you win the fight. Yeah, they're gonna say that you win the fight. Even if you didn't win the fight, they're gonna say that you win the fight. Because I don't know nothing about fighting. So the fact that they were like, oh, Mandy, you win the fight just because the girl beads came out of her hair, I don't think I win that fight. Bro. I think it was equal. I don't even think she won the fight, because the way how it went on so fast. I really don't know who won the fight, but people were saying, oh, Amanda, you won the fight. And then people after that, I don't even remember us arguing after that fight. I just remember some people were taking sides some people were on her side, some people were on my side, and it was like, oh, Monday, you won that. And whosoever was on her side, they were saying, oh, Teresa, you, oh my god, please, to start any fight. I feel like the girl walked up to me, and then we started fighting, and there was like the teacher's desk was right here, and to my right, I don't know if my right or left, but another desk was right here, and the girl, picture in between that space in between the teacher's desk and the other desk, the girl, trust me, she won that fight. She won that fight because the girl, she hold me down by my neck, bro. I had to fight to get back up so I could swing again. You see when she hold me down by my neck, that's when I know sis won. That's when I know sis won, because I had to, it was a struggle when she hold me down. It was a struggle for me to get back up. That's how you know that girl was experienced with fighting. She knew about fighting. It looked like she had plenty fights before she even come try me, because sis, that girl held me down. I had to fight to get back up. And let me see if, oh, and I had another fight in the 6th grade, and it was with me. First it was with me and the girl, but that part went so fast, and then it was with me and a gay boy. So I don't know if he's gay, but he used to act real girly, which is completely fine. But anyways, so one day we were in class, right? Teacher, I don't remember what class we were. I was in primary school and 6th grade, right? And I think the teacher gave us something to do, and we were doing it. I think it was a science class. I'm not sure what subject the teacher was teaching, but she was teaching. But after she finished teaching, right, she left us alone, and we were doing some class work, right? And I noticed that my friend was acting really funny, right? So I was like, oh, I think I said to her, oh, you edit that out. Oh, she won that fight. So the way how the fight went so fast, I don't really know who won the fight, but somebody won that fight. Anyways, another fight that I had, it was in the 4th grade, and it was with that same girl that I thought was my best friend. I still cannot vividly remember what caused that fight. I don't know, somehow I think that girl is a Scorpio. I don't remember. I cannot get along with Scorpios, bro. Can't get along with Scorpios, bro. I just feel like that girl was a Scorpio, because in the 4th grade when we had our fight, right, I don't even know what that fight was about. To find new friend, because I don't know, I'm the type of friend where I'm like, oh, back then I'm the type of friend where I'm like, oh, you can have other friends. And so it's like, oh, that's probably, in my head I'm like, oh, that's probably the reason why she was acting real funny. But then anyways, so I noticed she was acting funny, and she was hanging out with the boy. more often than she was hanging out with me. So I was starting to get a little bit jelly. Then we were in class, right, and I was working on what I was working on. Then I look over to my right and it was them doing their schoolwork. I think so I went over to her and I was something, I don't quite remember, it's not really vivid, but it's like I remember going over to them and I was like, oh, how she, something about how she changed and how she act funny or whatever like that, you know, in my Jamaican patois. And then the girl was like, I don't remember what she got up and said, but I remember she had an attitude. And then I don't remember what exactly happened, but I know that she ended up with a freaking knot on her I think it was on her eye or her forehead. And I just remember she had to buy something cold and put it on it. And then the boy, I remember he started putting his hands in my face. And then, you know, when you put your hands in somebody's face, you practically telling them, oh, I want to fight. So me and the boy, the boy that acted like he was gay or something, I don't know if he is gay today, but we ended up fighting and I went off in the 6th grade. I went off and I don't even know who won that fight, because I don't know who won that fight, because my friends, they were like, oh, Manda, you are crazy. And they was like, Manda, why you did that? Manda, why? Manda, you went something like, Manda, you lick over this something them. And this girl was like, Manda, when we did a come part the fight, you know, if you come part the fight, you punch me and this and everybody was like, oh, you went off. And you know what the teacher did? She let us walk around each classroom and make all the students say, shame on you. And I think one of the main reasons why she did that is because, oh, I was a class prefect. So because I was a class prefect, she was completely disappointed, right? So the teacher, she let me and the boy walk around each classroom for all the students to say shame on you. And the kids that know me to the classes, some of the classes that we went to, some of the kids, they know me because of some spelling bee, and because, you know, I'm just known because people who I hang out with and people who I used to know at that school. So some of them didn't even say shame on you when the teacher was asking them to say shame on you. But for some of the classes that didn't know me, they went off. They said shame on you. I wasn't even embarrassed, because I wasn't even feeling no type of emotion, because, you know, when you finish fighting, you don't even have no type of emotion after fighting. You're not even thinking. You're just trying to calm down after fighting because you heated, right? And then I don't think I had any fight after that. After that one fight, I never had no more fight after that. Throughout, I don't even high school. I mean, high school, I think I've come close to fighting, but like I never had a fight after sixth grade. Those were my three. And the boy, he used to be my friend. We used to hang out too. So that's crazy. I just remember throughout, I never had no fight after that, and I just remember people low key after that. Through my 7th to 12th grade, I just remember people low-key not liking me, but never came up to me and tell me, oh, I don't like you, or you know, people just low-key didn't like me, and then you have people who really like me. So it's like after that I never had no more fights, and I just had 3 fights in school, just 3 fights. One in the 2nd grade or the 3rd grade, I don't quite remember, and one in the 4th grade and one in the 6th grade. 2 of them with a girl, the same girl from the 2nd grade, and then one of them with a boy, the 6th grade. Yup. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace and chicken.